Hey guys, I welcome everyone on your own channel Study Time eGyan. Today we'll be dealing with percentage part 13. In this part we'll see examination based question. We have already started examination based question in part 11 and 12. This is going to be the continuation from where we left. So I hope you will enjoy the video. So let's start with question number 21. In an examination, Gopal obtained 20% more than Venu, but 10% less than Mahesh. If the marks obtained by Venu is 1080, find the percentage marks obtained by Mahesh if the full mark are 2000. So after reading the question, see what are the option. The option is given in the percentage form, not in real number. Okay, now let's frame the question. This is Gopal. Gopal obtained 20% more than Venu. Okay, this is Venu. Now what said in the question? Gopal obtained 20% more. Plus means more, minus means less. Okay, Gopal obtained 20% more than Venu, but 10% less than Mahesh. Now this line is clear. Gopal obtained 20% more than Venu, but 10% less than Mahesh. In the next line it is said Venu obtained 1080, means this Venu marks we know it is given 1080 out of 2000. Here I will suggest you please convert this into percentage, because at last you have to deal with percentage only. So better right now you convert it into percentage. So if you multiply with 100, if you cut this, how much you will get? You will get 54%. Okay, this 0 and 0 will get cut and 0 0 will get cut, so you get 54%. So it means Venu got 54%. I'll just rub it. So it means Venu got 54%. Now 54, if you increase by 20%, then how much it will be? It will be 64.8. Okay, now look guys, this arrow is towards Gopal side. It means Mahesh. It means that if you decrease 10% from Mahesh, then you get Gopal. Getting my point? Now this is Mahesh. You want Mahesh mark, right? In the question it is asking what percent Mahesh got. So from Mahesh, if you decrease this 10%, then you get Gopal 64.8. So 10% decrease means 1 by 10. When you decrease, you get 9 by 10. Fine. So Mahesh is going to be how much? 648 by 9. Okay, so this will give you 72%. It means Mahesh is 72%. I hope this point is clear. I have explained very slowly so that you all understand the concept. Okay, now from Gopal don't decrease 10%. From Mahesh you have to decrease 10%. Okay, now this same approach if you do with ratio method, how? Tell me. This is Mahesh, this is Gopal, and this is Venu. Now it is saying Gopal obtained 20% more than Venu, means Gopal, this is Gopal, okay, obtained 10% more than Venu, means if Venu is 5, 1 by 5, so Gopal is 20% more, means it is going to become 6, right or wrong? Right? 10% less than Mahesh. Now this Gopal is 10% less than Mahesh, means if Mahesh got 10, he will get 9. I hope this point is clear. So we know that to balance the equation you just have to write the neighboring number. This is 6, this is 9. Okay, so multiply, you get 60, you get 54, here you get 45. Okay, now can you cut? No, this you can cut by 5, this also 5, but this will not get cut by 5. This you can cut by 2, this you can cut by 2, but this will not get cut by 2. Now here Venu mark is given. Here Venu is 45. Okay, see it carefully. This is Venu. Here Venu mark is given at 1080. So how much one represent? One will represent 24. 1 represent 24. So you want Mahesh mark. Mahesh got 60. Mahesh got 60. So if 1 represent 24, then 60 will represent 16 to 24. How much it will be? It is going to be how much? It will be 1440. Now this is what Mahesh got. 1440. This one Mahesh got. Now you want to convert it into percentage. So full mark is 2000 into 100. Okay. Then when you cut, you get 72%. So I hope this point is clear now. Let's move ahead. In an examination, passing mark is 40%. A obtained 10% less mark than passing mark. Okay. B get 11 1/9% less mark than A. C obtained 41 3/17% less mark than A and B together. Okay. Now look guys, here it is saying C obtained this much percent less, but it is less mark by A and B together. Okay, this point is important. Find percentage mark obtained by C. So it is basically asking C percentage. Okay, now question is answer is in the percentage form. Okay, remember it. Now read the question again. It is very important to read the question carefully. Okay, in the exam try to read the question carefully, then see the option, then start solving the answer. Fine. Here it is saying in an examination passing mark is 40%. Means this is passing mark and passing mark is given as 40%. Okay. A obtained 10% less. Now this is A and this A obtained 10% less. He obtained 10% less than passing mark. Okay, fine. And B get 11 1/9% less than A. Now this is B. Now B get 11 1/9% less than A. Okay. Then in the next line it is written C obtained. Now C, this is C. C obtained 41 3/17% less than A and B together. I hope I have made my point very clear. What I did, I just framed the question. What the question is asking, I have just framed. Okay. Now I'll start solving. Here this is 40%. A got 10% less than 40. If you decrease 10% from 40, you will get 36. Okay. Here it is percentage. I am not writing percentage. Okay. If you want, you can write 36%. From 36, if I decrease 11 1/9%, then I will get 32. Fine. Now I hope everyone know what is 11 1/9%. Look guys, 11 1/9% in a fraction is 1/9. Now you have to decrease, so it will become 8/9 on 36. So 9 4, then 8 4 32. I hope if you do not know this technique, then please see my video from the beginning, from part 1 itself. Now A got, look guys, here now A got 36%, B got 32%. Okay. So here A and B, if I add them, it is going to become 68. Okay. Now from 68, if I decrease 41 3/17%, now 41 3/17% means what? This is 7/17. Okay. Now from 68, if you decrease 7/17, then what you get? You get 40%. So basically this is going to be your answer, 40%. Fourth option. Okay. Question number 23. In an examination, A got 10% less mark than B. B got 25% more than C, and C got 20% less than D. If A got 360 marks out of 500 marks, then the percentage marks obtained by D. Now I think you must be expert how to deal this question. Look guys, here in the question it is saying A got 10 less than B. Okay. and B got 25% more than C, okay, and C got 20% less than D. Fine. Now see, the answer is in the percentage form, okay. If it is asking you find the percentage obtained by D, it is asking about D, okay, how much D got, and it is saying A got 360, A got 360 out of 500. So just convert it into percentage. If you convert, you get 75 and 72, means this is going to be, A is going to be 72%, okay. Now remember, A is 72%. So I'll assume D to be 100%, okay. I'll assume D to be 100%. From 100, if you decrease 20%, you get 80. From 80, if you increase 25%, you get 100, okay. And from 100, if you decrease 10%, what you get? You get 90, okay. Now, but here I got 90, A I got 90%, but I know A in real it is 72%. So do one thing, 90 represent 72%. Fine, 90 represent 72%. Then 1 will represent, if you divide, you get 0.8%. So this is 100, D is 100, so 100 will represent how much? It will represent 80%. If you multiply, you get 80. So my answer will be third. Simple, very simple, okay. Now this particular question we can do in other method also. Suppose this D is 100, okay, and this process continue, then A got 90, A got 90, right, but this 90 in reality it is 360. So 0 0 will get cut, 1 will represent 4. Now 1 represent 4, so D will represent 400 out of 500. So since you want to get percentage, it is going to be 80%. 24. In a college, 40% of the students were allotted group A, 75% of the remaining were given group B, okay, and the remaining 12 students, okay. Now this is very interesting. Here it is mentioned in the percentage form, here also in the percentage form. Now remaining is given in the real number. This is where the trick lie. This is where the tricks lie, okay. So this type of question you have to deal very carefully. Now 12 is given to group C. So then the number of students who applied for the group, okay, good. Now read the question carefully. It is said 40% of the students were allotted group A. I will assume that 100%, this is the 100% is total number of students, okay, total number of student. Look guys, here let me remind you, if you want to take it as 100%, take it as 100%. If you want to take it as 100, you can always take it as 100, okay. There is absolutely no problem. So 40% student were allotted group A, means if 40% was allotted group A, then 60 will be remaining, 60% will be remaining, okay. 75% of the remaining means 70, from this 75%, 75% is how much? This is going to be 45%, okay. Now this 45% is given group B. I hope this point is clear. And remaining, now remaining 12 are given group C, okay. So what it means? It means that this 12 remaining, this is 12 is remaining, right? Now this is 12, and from 100% I have from this 100% I have already utilized 40 and 45, means 85 already I have utilized. So 15% is remaining. So now this 15% remaining is equal to this real remaining. I hope this point is clear. Now the equation is balanced. Remember, in mathematics always you have to balance the equation. Now this is remaining out of 100 and this is remaining in real number in the given the question. So 1% will represent how much? If you divide, it will come 4 by 5. 4 by 5 means 0.8. So it is asking find then the number of students who applied for the group is. Okay, it means it is asking about 100% value. So to get 100% value, just multiply with 100% you will get 80. So your answer will be 1. In an examination, passing percentage for boys and girls are 45% and 30%. Okay, a boy scored 280 marks and failed by 80 marks. Okay, how many more marks did a girl require to pass in the examination if she scored 18 marks only? Now look guys, it is asking you, this is girls mark, 18 mark, this is 108, girls got, how much she need more to pass the exam? This is the question. Okay, now read the question. This is boys got 45%. Okay, boys got 45% and girl got 30%. A boy scored, this is boy percentage. Okay, this is passing percentage of boys. He got 280 and failed by 80. Now if I want to make it, if I want to balance the equation, since this is pass, so here also I have to put pass. So he failed by 80, now I give 80, then he passed now. So 45% represent how much? 360. Then 1% will represent 8. Now girls, what about girls? Now we have to go to girls. Girl passing percentage 30%. Okay, but since 1 represent 8, so this 30% will represent 240. Okay, this is in the percentage form, this is in the real form, but she got only 108. So how much she need now? This is passing marks, she got only this. So if you add 132, then she is pass. So this is going to be your answer, 132. Just minus this. Okay, you get 132. This is already passing mark, but she got only 108. So just minus, you get 132. She required 132 more. Option number 4. Question number 26. In an examination, there are 3 subjects of 100 mark each. A student scored 60% in the first subject and 80% in the second subject. Okay, he scored 70% in all. Overall, he scored 70%. His percentage of marks in the third subject. Okay, look guys, here it is saying in an examination there are 3 subjects, means 3 subject of 100. One subject 100 marks, 100, and this is third. Okay, all are 100 marks. Okay, now a student scored 60% in the first. Now in the first he scored 60%, means out of 100 60% is 60. This is mark scored. Okay, and in the second, and 80% in the second, means in the second he got 80%. Out of 80% out of 100 means 80. So how much he have already scored? He have already scored 140, right? It is saying he need overall 30%. So full mark is 300. If you want to score 70%, means how much you need? You need 210, means you need 210. Okay, 210 means 70%. But here I already got how much? I already got 140, but I need 210. So just minus 140, how much you get? 0, you get 7. Okay, it means you need out of 100 you need 70. Okay, if you get 70, then it will be 70%. I hope this point is clear. This is very simple, don't get confused. Okay, whenever you get this type of question, first see how much you need overall out of 300. So first you do out of 300, just see what is how much mark. So when you cut, you see 210 is required. So from this mark should be 210. Only then you can get 70%. Now you already know that you have already scored 140. You have already scored 140 and you need 110 to get 70%. So how much you need? If you add 70, then it is going to be 70%. So 70 is all right answer. Question number 27. In an examination, there are 3 subjects, English, Hindi and Math, having maximum 120, 140 and 100 marks. Okay, A student get 40%, 55% and 45%. This is the percentage he already got out of this. Okay, now he said he want to get 60% mark in 4 subject, means there it is going to be 4 subject. Okay, this is computer science, but he have already scored, he scored obtain 180. Okay, how many mark he must get in computer science of 180? Computer science total mark is 180. Now how much he should score in computer science so that his overall percent becomes 60? Getting my point? So what I told you, first, your first step, see the full mark. 120, this is 120. Okay, this is 140, this is 100, and this is 180. Now see what is full mark. This is 100. Okay, so this is going to be 4, this is going to be 5, means 540 is your full mark. Now 540 is your full mark, and you need to get overall 60%. Okay, you need to get overall 60%. This 0 and this 0, 0, 0 get cancelled. So how many mark he need? He need 324. This much mark he need. Okay, now see how much you have already scored. Just mention here, right? Needed, this much mark needed to get 60%. Okay, now this point is clear. Now see how much he got out of 120. This is English. Now please guys, don't write all this thing. I am writing all this thing to make you understand, to make your concept clear. Okay, English is 120 and Hindi, then math. Hindi is 140, in math is 100. So in English he already scored 40%. Now 40% out of 120 is how much? This is going to be 48. Okay, here he scored 55%. So 55 out of 140, 55% is how much? 77. Now this I think you already know how to calculate. And out of 100 he got 45% in math, means it is going to be 45. So look guys, how much he have already scored? He have already scored 170, but he need 324. So just minus 324 with 170, how much you get? You get 154. So it means that in computer science full mark is 180, he need 154 marks so that it becomes 60%. I hope this point is clear. Here it is given in real number. Okay, in real number, so you have to make your answer in real number. So out of 80, if he score 154, then he is going to get 60%. Fine. So can we move ahead? Very simple. Okay, move ahead. A scored 72% in a paper with a maximum mark of 900 and 80% in another paper with a maximum mark of 700. If the result is based on the combined percentage of two paper, the combined percentage. Okay, it is asking basically the combined percentage. Very simple. Try it. Look, one is 900 marks and one is 700 marks. Okay, so out of 900 he scored 72%. Then 72% out of 900 is what? It is going to be 648. Here he already scored 80%. 80% means how much? It is going to be 560. So just calculate how much. This is 8012. Now this is what he scored, and out of 600, 1600. Okay, so it is asking the percentage, means combined percentage, how much. So okay, 1028 by 1600 into 100. So if you cut, how much you get? You get 75.5%. So option 1. Question number 29. In an examination consist 160 question. Okay, a student get 70% marks in first 60 question, then how much percent mark he should get in last 100 question to score 75% marks in whole examination? Okay, this particular question I will do at the last, okay, because I want to tell you some basic. Do this now. The ratio of the number of boys to that of girl in the school is 4:5. Okay, just write this is boy and this is girl, so their ratio is 4:1. Okay, and this number, so for my convenience I'll think as I'll multiply with 100. Okay, so if 75% of the boys, okay, and 70% of girls are scholarship holder, means boys 70%, 75 is scholarship holder, girls 70% is scholarship holder, then the percentage of students who don't have scholarship. Okay, now this is 400. Boys 75 is scholarship holder, means 25 don't have a scholarship. This point is clear or not? Girls 100, out of 100, 70% is scholarship holder, so means 30% is not a scholarship holder. In the question it is asking you don't have a scholarship, so this, now this out of 500, these are not having a scholarship. Okay, so just cut here, you end up getting 100, here you get 30, so these 130 don't have a scholarship out of 500. So if you cut, tell me how much you get. 5256, so it is going to be 26%. 31. In a class the number of girls is 20% more than that of boys. Okay, the strength of the class is 66. If 4 more girls are admitted to the class, the ratio of the number of boys to that of girl is, okay, try. Here what is said, this is 20%, right? 20% means what? 1 by 5. It is saying the number of girls is 20% more than that of boy. Okay, it means this is boy and this is girl. So if by boy is 5, girl is 6, total number of girl is 20% more than that of boy. Okay, if this is boy, then girl is 20% more, means 1 more, means girl is 6. Okay, and it is saying total strength is 66, but here my total strength is 11, so this 11 represent 66, 1 represent 6, so boys will be 30 and girls will be 36. Okay, this is their strength. If 4 girls are admitted, means now girls become 40. Okay, ratio of boys to girls, okay, it really is going to be 3:4, means option number 4. This method you can do like this also. Suppose this is boy and this is girl. Boy is 100%, so girl is 20% more, means they are 120. So just cut 5, you get 5:6, but total is given as 66, so 11 becomes 66. Okay, so 1 becomes 6. Then you can follow again this process. Simple. Question number 32. Then the sum of a number of boys and girls is 150. Okay, means sum of number of boys and girls is 150. Okay, means total is 150. If the number of boys is x, okay, then the number of girls become x% of the total number of student. The number of boys is, this is very basic, very basic understanding question. Try to solve by yourself. Tell me how. Look guys, here it is mentioned total is 150. Okay, this is boys and girls, total is given boys and girls, their sum is 150, and next line it is saying boy is x. So if boy, number of boys is x, then number of girls is going to be 150 minus x. This is basic understanding. Okay, now it is saying number of girl become x%. Now this is 150 plus minus x. Now this is number of girls. Now this is number of girls. Okay, now this number of girls become x%. Now this become x% of what? Of total number, means of total number. Total is 150. This is number of girls, it become x% of total number of student. So this is the required equation. So from here if you solve, then what do you get? This 0 and 0 will get cut. Here it will become 2, here it will become 3. Okay, so this is 3x equal to 300 minus 2x. this will become x equal to 300. So now this is, if minus shift here, it will become 5x, so x is going to be 60. So it is asking number of boys, so number of boys is x means 60. Option number 1. Nothing to explain much. Okay. Question number 33. In a test, a student got 30% marks and failed by 25 marks. In the same test, another student got 40% marks and secured 25% marks more than the essential minimum pass percentage. Okay. So the maximum pass mark for the test was. Now guys, I want this question you to do. One thing you remember, this is percentage and this is real number. Okay. Initially it was giving percentage and real number, but here it is given both percentage. Okay. So please try this by yourself with your basic understanding. Read the question 2-3 times. Then what you have learned till now, use that logic, use that clarity, whatever you are having, and try to do it by yourself. This is going to be your homework. Okay. You can comment your answer. Till now, if you like the session, you have to like it, share as much as possible, and do subscribe. Once you subscribe, don't forget to press the bell icon. Okay. This thing you have to do from yourself, from your side. Question number 34. An exam consists of 80 questions carrying 1 mark each. Okay. There was an exam. Total there was 80 questions. Okay. And each question carry 1 mark. Amit answered 65% of the first 40. It means he have already answered 65%. No, it is saying Amit answered 65% of the first 40 question right. Means in the first 40 question he did 65% right. Okay. Now find the percentage of question he need to correct in the remaining to score 75% in the exam. Now tell me, first in this type of question, do one thing. You tell me he need 80, this 80 is the total question. Out of 80 he needs 75%. So it means he need how much? 60. Okay. He need 60 mark. If he gets 60 mark, it is going to be 75%. Fine. This is in real number. Now do one thing. Go as per the question. Now out of 80 he have answered 40, and in 40 he got 65% right. Means if he got 65% right, means out of 40 how much right in real number? It is 26. Now remaining 40 question, but I know that total I need 60. Okay, but total I need 60 mark. I only got 26. So if I minus, will I get this mark? I need 34 now. Now this 34 I need on what? On 40. So I need 34 on 40 into 100. Then what you get? Then obviously you get 85%. So this 85% is going to be your answer. I hope this point is clear. Now this same question you can do in another method also. Suppose there is 80 question in total. Okay, and it is saying first 40 question, that means remaining 40 question. Now just this will become 1:1. Okay. Now if there is one question, this is total number of question. Okay, total number of question is 2 now. So it is saying in the first question Amit answered 65% of the first 40 question right. Means in first question he got 65%. So total he got 65%. In another one, now he is saying how much he need. Okay, so that he got 75%. So we have total 2. Out of 2 we need 75%. So how much it is? It is 150%. So now just minus If you minus, you get 85%. Okay, now this 85% I need out of 1. So 85 I need out of 1 means how much it's going to be? It's going to be 85%. So you get your answer 85%. This same question you can do with alligation method also. That also I'll show you. Look, he got 65% already. Okay, now how much he need we do not know, so it is x%. Overall he need 75%. Okay, so if you minus, you get x minus 75. Here you get, if you minus, you get 10. But this ratio is in 40-40 means 1:1. 1:1. Okay, if you multiply you get 10, if you multiply you get, so this x minus 75 represent 10, so x will represent 85%. Question number 35. Try this by yourself. A candidate answered 55% of the question in which 58% are right. How much percent he should answer rest question right so that he may get 40% in the exam? Okay, now if we do this with alligation method, look guys, he already got 58% right. 58% right. Okay, now how much you have to answer right, how much percentage, so that he get overall 40%. This in case if you know alligation. If you do not know, no problem. When I teach you alligation, that time I'll make this concept clear. So this is going to be 40 minus x and this is going to be 10. If you minus, you get 18, but this is 55%, then rest is 45%. Percent get cancelled. 5, 11, 5, 9. So this represent 2, so it is also going to be represent 2, which means 40 minus x equal to, if you multiply this with 11, you get 22. Okay, so x is going to be how much? It's going to be, if you minus, how much you get? You get 18%. So second is your right answer. I hope this is clear. Now again, if you want to do with another method, you can do with basic method that you know. Okay, now I'll tell you another method. He have already scored 55%, means now he need 45 total. He answered 45 question. He answered 45 question already. Now he have to answer 45 questions, so that it will become 100 question. Okay, so if you simplify here, you get 11:9. It means that 11 and 9. Okay, total is how much? Total is 20. So in 11 question, if we get 58% right, if we get 58% right, it means how much he got right? He got 638% already right. Okay, and total it is given 20. He need 40%. So how much it's going to be? It's going to be 800%. So just minus, if you minus, you get 162%. So now this 162 on what? On 9. 162 on 9 means how much? It's going to be again 18. So here your answer will be 80%. I hope this point is clear. If you don't understand, please comment. Okay, now here one question I left, which I told you we will do later. Now this particular question is ditto same. Now this you will do by yourself and you will comment to me. Guys, today we will stop this session here. So as per me, we have done all type of question in examination, pass fail in percentage. Okay, in the next session we will start with some other type in percentage. Don't worry, I'll cover all the type in percentage. Okay, all type of, and I'll provide you very good content. Now all these are very much important for CHSL, SSC, banking exam and railways. Okay, so please watch this video again and again, and do like, share and subscribe. Once you subscribe, don't forget to press the bell icon, because I upload the video regularly. Fine. This is basically for the beginner. So here we'll end up the session for today. I hope you like the session. Take care.